we start with the purpose of the event, and this fits into the objective phase really. Why is the event to be held? Now again, thinking about what I mentioned earlier in the session, try and have your event in the back of your head now when I work through this. So why is your event to be held? What's the real purpose behind it? So what is it going to achieve? So it might be increased participation. It might be to raise awareness of a charity, for example. Who will it benefit? So is it just the participants themselves, or are you looking to raise funds for a charity as mentioned previously? And how will they benefit? So if it's participants coming to take part in the event itself, well, the short-term benefit might be that that they just enjoy themselves. But the longer-term benefit might be that they join a club, so it's increased participation for a club. What will the short-term and long-term impacts of the event be? Now, in our previous session, we talked about the number of different impacts of both community and mass sports events. So can you think about some of them? So a short term might be the traffic control or the noise pollution that's generated from such an event. And the long-term impact might be maybe on the participants themselves, but it might be such as volunteer recruitment. So the event might be a catalyst for bringing new people into a club environment, for example, but then retaining them as volunteers to take part in the club for future. And will we have to bid for the event? So do you need to bring together a report or a plan? And do you need to bid, or do you need to get money to bring in that event? Now, certainly this one's very much concerned with mass or larger sporting events, whereby lots of different towns or cities or countries even would be bidding for events for the reasons highlighted in our previous session. So there may be a reason for bidding, a formal bidding. So how can we best conceptualize the event? Well, we can break it down into three key areas really, being the scale of the event, the partners we're going to work with, and the stakeholders. So the scale of the event, so it could be down to timings, location, facilities required, and the target market, which will be very specific, I hope, with your own individual events. We can break down partners into internal partners and external partners. So I've provided some examples there. Internal might be your own marketing team that's going to support you in promoting the event itself. External might be organisations which you're going to deliver alongside, such as the Football Association, because their aim or objective, or one of them, will be to increase participation. So you might be working in partnership with them. Kicks is a Premier League programme, so you might decide to deliver your initiative in partnership with the Kicks programme. Local authorities and schools may need to lean on those for your facility or access to facilities. And then stakeholders. So who are they and how will they be impacted through your event? Now, the topic of stakeholders is an interesting one, because all your stakeholders will be coming to the table and they may have conflicting or overlapping needs. So you're going to be very clear about the purpose of your event, but your sponsor's objective of getting involved in your event will be their objective will be totally different to that of the participant. So let's break that down. So the participant will be coming to your event, will be looking to enjoy themselves, play with their mates potentially, and maybe get a link to a club. The sponsor will be coming in and being a part of the event, maybe to raise awareness of their own brand. And they're not thinking about the participation of certain individuals. They may be looking to target the parents of the children as opposed to the children themselves. success will be directly related to meeting the stakeholder objectives. Now, it's really important at a very early stage that you introduce the stakeholders in your planning process, so that you make sure you understand their needs from the very beginning.